Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing fabulous. And I can't think of a better way to start the new year than with a flea market video. These are some of my absolute favorite to make, so hope you enjoy. This flea market video is going to be a special one because we are going to my childhood stomping grounds, the good old Peddlers Mall. This is where I would go to as a child the most. It was almost like going into Toys R Us because I first started collecting dolls when I was a child. At that young age, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, so I would always find random treasures like these right here, Cinderella's beer glass slippers. Whatever. Well, look at that Ariel Snorfblatt. They really said child labor with this one. This little baby actually is a pretty rare find. You got a lot of moxie if you eat off this plate. This is what I would classify as Kentucky girl glamour. Good for them making this flea market look like a country girl boutique. You better work with those pictures of Maryland. Found your mom. But seriously, what is that? And what is next to it? And what is this? Here we have a ridiculously expensive Barbie with a nice case of green ear, just at $200. Wow, hold me back. No country flea market is left complete without weapons. In a world full of pussies, be this kind of sleigh. This place knew I was coming. A bunch of G.I. Joes that I know nothing about, and some Monster High, which I hardly see, and Barbie dolls of the world. These were so beautiful and priced so well. We got a Snoop on a stoop. Here we have Madonna. Looks like she and Dick are sold together. I get a lot of that. This baby sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake. When I see these, I just think of all the sleigh outfits that might have been made from it. These houses I always wished were Barbie size. Subscribe right now to save this horse. That contribution alone will make this horse go from neigh to sleigh. My doll is so big on. Some vintage babies for you. They're really not too bad. I love this lunchbox. There's a porcelain Barbie. Really tempted to get a porcelain Barbie. Here's some porcelain dolls. This one's really sad. This one knows why. I'm just gonna leave this here. What the absolute? A my size Barbie. Let's not even talk about the skanky Dorothy costume she's wearing. Cause like, ooh la la. She's really putting herself out there for 25% off. Kinda wish I got these posters. Because why shouldn't I have pictures of the Charlie's Angels? This poor wedding fantasy Barbie has been here for years. Or when she was like mint in the box. And now she looks like this. I'd look like that too if this were above me. It's kinda cool, but hella cursed. She better slay. Ah yes, from Disney's fashion. Elsie, the pretty princess. Those Mycene boots are going to keep her warm. And here's a doll I wanted as a child really badly. Disney Parks Maleficent, a staple for any indoor flea market. 1997 holiday Barbie. A Elvis lamp that looks very much punched in. Again, you'll never know what you find at these places. One of the first versions of Millie, and she actually looks pretty cute. This is when we were doing that transition into the new era of Barbie, when she was still a fashion doll. Here you have that new Wicked doll, which you could learn all about on Wicked.com. Please don't go on Wicked.com. A banner of Taylor Swift's cat. Again, why? That Disneyland doll. I left her here for someone who would appreciate her. If Dora the Explorer grew up and became a hooker, this is how I would imagine her. A deluxe reading doll who is deluxely sleeping. More ghoul friends. An even smaller sleigh machine. A book to go with your new lamp and that scary painting. And some money to pay it with. I don't know why, but I'm kind of into the turtles right now. Don't tell my mom. This is what we all need. A watch that tells us some hope. And that's one flea market down. 3 more to go. This next one is the large one. When I was younger, when this place opened up, it was a big deal for me. It was big, it was huge, it was everything. Not only was it 2 stories, but it had 2 connected warehouses and then another shop. They've since closed the 3rd building, but what they have is still really nice. With this place being so big, you never know what you'll find. This flea market doesn't have any fleas, but it has the other bugs covered. Don't bother. A whole case dedicated to primarily troll dolls. Dolls were everywhere when I was a kid. Same with Cabbage Patch. And I never knew how many troll dolls there actually were. Some of these are official troll dolls and some of them are not, but it doesn't stop them from being very cute. They were not my favorite as a child, as obviously that was Barbie and Disney dolls, but now that I'm an adult, I can really appreciate them for what they are. And to be honest, I kind of want a few. Struggle's going to be trying to find one that really speaks to me, but I think if I do get one, it's going to have to be a really random one that just seems out of pocket, that just makes me laugh, because some of them are just really freaking cute. Do you all remember the troll doll craze? Did you have any? Let me know. A Cabbage Patch Kid with her trousseau, Avon brass knuckle kit, and a Beach Barbie who I really don't remember ever seeing. I found Waldo and it really wasn't hard.
Don't you have to be be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
A handmade Cabbage Patch, some expired drinks. This place was Cabbage Patch City. They had real ones, fake ones, big ones, small ones. Old marketing ads are so beautiful. We have some random assorted action figures, from He-Man to Toy Biz, and some Hasbro, and some places in between. This place honestly has it all. This was the entrance to the third building. May it rest in peace. Something else that seems really cursed. Behind the glass, they had a bunch of boxed Barbies. But at the prices I saw, they could all stay in there. This booth had a lot of things of interest. Older video games, Furbies, Legos, action figures, Monster High. In fact, it really had a lot of items of interest that I actually did ask them to let me in that booth. And I got to dig through the bucket of Monster Highs, but they were all beat up. It was great to see all of the stuff all in one area. That Bitty Baby almost came home with me, but it has silver eye, which is very sad. But it's definitely an early one. This Barbie almost came home with me. They also had Sky Dancers and Skipper, as well as Teresa. Garbage Pail Kid items were everywhere, and so were all of these little trading cards. I personally never got into the trading card craze, but they had some really cool ones. The sad part about the glass cases is that you couldn't really go in and dig and explore, but that's also what's good about them, as if people could just go in them, nonchalantly, there would be nothing but a mess. But to see this many collectibles all in one area was really a sight to see. So if you are in the Lexington, Kentucky area and you love a indoor flea market, this is definitely the place for you. And this video is not sponsored, I just really like it here. Boo boopy doo, coming to a home near you. I remember these when I was a kid. They were really deep down there in my memory. They had some really fun McDonald's Barbies. And here's a Christmas gift of the past. One Christmas, my sister and I were gifted Teletubbies. She got this one. I had this one. What's a flea market without an empty fashion doll case? Let's take a precious moment to find some good prices. Okay, Santa. Don't worry, I have found the good prices. They have some very affordable Barbies and some very affordable Ken fashions. What is with all this Cabbage Patch doll abuse in the store? My goodness. Watch your kids.
Oh, scandalous.
We got some really precious dolls over here, some by Madame Alexander. I loved these dolls as a kid. Olaf will give anything warm hugs, even a bear. This is me after I go to McDonald's.
And hit him with a Big Mac.
They had some really cool puzzles over here, some from the late 80s and the early 90s and the Y2Ks. We also had a Toy Story 2 Woody model kit. I've not seen too many of these. A charming chatty Kathy, who honestly was very tempting. We had some star dolls here. They slightly interest me. Mary Kate and Ashley dolls. If they weren't asking for my firstborn for these dolls, I would have gotten them all.
It's what she would have wanted.
This entire booth is such a vibe. It's like the 90s and the early 2000s exploded and created their own booth. They had Lizzie McGuire, Mary Kate and Ashley everywhere, which I had those two dolls as a kid. And then directly across, we can all see what happened to Blockbuster. They're now serving it up at the Peddlers Mall with nostalgic 90s Disney sprinkled everywhere. This witch may not look like much, but I had her as a child.
She's not a Christian!
And this is where I lost all composure.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Pink box Barbies everywhere, as well as Disney dolls from the 90s sprinkled in. There were even dolls from the 80s in there. They were honestly priced to sell and very fair. You could go on eBay and find them for the same price, except this way you wouldn't have to pay for shipping. And honestly, that's what I was telling myself the entire time I was there. Because to say I went crazy is an understatement. I was going wild. And before I knew it, I ran out of arm space. And it's a good thing I don't live here anymore because this is where all my money would go. But like I said, they had nothing but amazing Barbies for amazing prices. And it really did suck to leave some of them, but you know what? You can't have it all. Because I could line my walls with Barbie boxes, but I can't make my walls out of Barbie boxes. And I tried my very best to condense my big pile into a small one. And now that the initial shock is over, I can go around and actually look at the booth. And let me tell you, I love it. I literally could line my walls with everything in this booth. Aesthetically, I'm so into the 80s and the 90s right now. I'm obsessed. And I just feel so fortunate to be able to grow up around this stuff. Everything is just so visually appealing. I have no words. Oh, good. Castle Grayskull. He-Man, save us from Skeletor's panties.
What?
We have the deluxe Barbie and Skipper house, and it's really not in bad shape considering. If you'd like to see more of that house, let me know. Now to the one that started it all. This is the one that was in my hometown that I would beg my mom to go to every Sunday. Sometimes my begging worked and sometimes it didn't. It was actually my aunt who introduced me to the Peddlers mall, so really all of this is her fault. Some Wizard of Oz dolls whose prices are defying gravity. It's like you gotta pay in emeralds. That's just way too expensive.
I hate to sound bitter, but I am.
And who could forget such classics like The Hobbit or Strawberry Shortcake? What a thrilling price for Michael. Will there be anything else cheaply priced though? This Barbie caboodle is just so amazing. I never even thought this was the collaboration I needed. And I totally would have bought it too if it weren't so freaking dirty. And for $22, it can stay. I found a little Barbie section that I used to shop at all the time, and she had some really good prices before. And I'm seeing that her prices have only gotten more expensive as she's been there longer. But in my opinion, for what they are still pretty fair. They're not groundbreaking or anything, but they're not like super shocking either. Also, do you notice a trend? I'm always seeing Spice Girls. Check out that Madame Alexander clone in the back. I've never seen that before. And that is a really cool Cindy outfit right there. I do kind of wish I got it, but for $30, I didn't really want to spend that. Here is the Happy to Be Me doll. And although she does deserve her own spot in the fashion doll history book, I'm not really a fan of her or her distant relative, Lamely. I just like my dolls to have a little bit more imagination. I don't know. I don't know how they would be more fun to play with. Nothing is fun about being real. What are you gonna do? Make believe they're paying their taxes? Now that's some real fun.
I'm so glad we had that talk.
We have some Patty Play Pal types if that's your thing. And if you like dolls, this booth really has you covered. She has so many different types of dolls. And I'm sure if I got to know her, we would probably become friends. Are there any dolls in this booth that you see that you would pick up and be excited about? Let me know. This doll needs to calm down. And she had even more Barbies on the other side. I was just simply in Barbie heaven. She also had Migo Candy and a Mark Cindy to go with that outfit, which I do love her. I think she's super cute. You will always find holiday Barbies at these locations. They're just a staple of a flea market. If these were in my size, I would have gotten them so freaky fast. I'm sorry, but who's buying expired Frankenberry or any of these other expired cereals? I almost got this Professor X figure for reasons. I ran into my twin. That's me if I were Butch.
Oh, that's nice.
I think my sister and I had one of these cheerleader dolls growing up. No matter where I go, I just can't get rid of Walt Disney World. These are some old pamphlets telling you what it's like to be a cast member, and you could get one of these and read all about the benefits and see if being a Disney cast member is for you. They don't do this anymore as it's all online, but it's just very interesting to see. I found some new YouTube equipment and Bigfoot's shadow, some Barbie plates, ooh la la, and a composition doll who's honestly seen better days. And she was chilling right next to this gem, and you know what? Same girl. I didn't give a damn about seeing Scarlet on the floor. And we have some very lovely Chrissy dolls. Chrissy was a doll that I got to play with too growing up. And we have a Drew Carey Mimi doll. I really want to get this Barbie, but I know that her outfit is going to peel the second I touch her, and I would want to take her out the box and play around with her, but like that outfit is so fragile. It's that pleather that likes to flake, and I would like to get him, but I just feel like 45 is so much for him, but I do know that's what he goes for. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, should I get him? Should I not get him? Because I have wanted like a complete version. I do have this doll, but I don't have like one that was like mint in the box where I could like have all the pieces to it. But he would be a fun doll to review because he's kind of like Beauty Secret's Barbie's boyfriend, you know? Like they kind of go together. They both have like the same type of posability. Just really cool. I don't know, there's a lot of cool Barbies. And this one really tickled my pickle. American Beauty Queen Barbie. And she was just cheap enough to take home. I actually went back to the big Peddlers mall because I really didn't get to go through all of it, considering I ran out of arms to carry things. And just as I suspected, I saw a lot of things here that I totally missed out on the first trip. One of my favorite video games. I don't need anything but good prices. Me when I don't get good prices. This Cabbage Patch case is funny because they can't even fit in it. I'm back. I honestly decided that a lot of these were really good prices, and I put back quite a few, but I'm thinking to myself, you know, I go to flea markets quite often in Florida, but they're never as good as like my childhood place, like what I'm used to. whenever I think of flea market and antique mall, like this is it. And they're never as good as these flea markets up here, and they also never have as good of prices. So I need to go ahead and just get the things that I know I want, and the things that I'm questioning I could always leave, but the things I know that I will want, or things that I've been searching for quite some time and never found out in the wild for whatever reason, I just need to go ahead and get it while it's at a fair price. Miss Janet's at a good price. That's a blast from the past. And so are these. I don't want to be that crazy person that puts up like McDonald's boxes on my walls, but I will.
I'm a professional woman.
Talk about class. This place is ready for war. What the heck? I swear each Peddlers mall has his booth. Someone killed the Grinch, but they left this cool shirt. I think this is the Santa that goes with the book.
You better work.
I probably would have gotten Bart if he had a shirt. And oh my god, it's Little Bear. And another star doll. This really speaks to me. That's me if I were Doodle Bob.
Chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
And here's a book that should have come with the doll that I reviewed last week. And thank you to everybody who was there for Disney Week. It was a lot of fun. Toy Biz Cyclops. I love these figures, but I think I've seen everything I'm going to see in this place, so it's time to go to the next location. And I really miss coming here every single week, because you truthfully don't know what you're going to find. This place really switches it up, but I do believe there's one more to visit. The last Peddlers mall on my list, the one in Georgetown. I used to be able to find a lot of gems at this one, but then all of a sudden, every time that I would come here, I would leave empty-handed. And that's just because this one really isn't that good for finding these dolls. And sure, there's dolls on the inside, but they're usually very overpriced. But I decided to make the trip up here regardless, because you never know what kind of treasures may be inside. And this is certainly a treasure. Barbie's first car, mint in the box, some more Garbage Pail Kids, and assorted comics and video games, which has been a staple of every Peddlers mall I've been into. This is the card I would want. Oh my goodness, these plates. My great-grandmother had these plates. My Nana now has these plates. We used to have these plates. And there was one of those newer Terry Lee dolls there. She had a cracked head and was $50. Jesus. Just take the wheel. This little doll seemed rather interesting. If you all had her growing up, let me know. This Naked Island Fun Barbie was $25.
No.
Here's some Disney toys for ya. Some Ben Ken dolls, a Bill Clinton doll, and a fashion candy. I didn't even want to know how much they wanted for her. These are definitely something. I almost bought this Madame Alexander doll and this Care Bear and Cabbage. I remember these first edition Shrek toys. They were so cool. This right here definitely knocked my socks off, especially when I saw the price for only $20. Hot dog. We've got a PJ Sparkles and some Alexander dolls. I almost took this home with me too. This is the mini Mickey I remember. And what might this be? I saw this poor little doll and I thought she was so cute. And here we had some vintage strawberry shortcake. And here we have a big gaggle of vintage dolls, compositions, porcelain, 60s plastics. And up at the top, we have a horseman doll. We also have Chatty Cathy. This one, Princess Odette, was very tempting. This first edition Holiday Barbie was also very tempting, but I already have one.
Why don't you go back to your own house and stop bothering us?
Okay, let's go over my flea market haul. So let's start actually with this Ziploc box right here. So if we open it up, you can see I found like a bunch of 80s shoes in here, some Disney princess outfits, some little vintage mommy made outfits which were cute. There's like gem pieces in here. You can see her hat, and there's other like miscellaneous like 80s and 90s Barbie realness up in this box. And for what I got, like honestly I didn't pay that much. Like in my opinion it would have been great if it were, you know, more affordable, but for $30 to get that many Barbie shoes, and that's not all the Barbie shoes that are in there, there's more. I just separated them by era. So for what I got, like I did pretty well as far as this was concerned. I found the little bubble cut Barbie here, which I'm just going to quickly restore for you guys. You can see she's got no eyebrows, her lips are gone, basically her little nostrils are gone, but otherwise, like, she's in pretty decent condition, especially from the seller. Now, this seller I've been buying dolls from since I was 10 years old, and their prices have always been up and down. They've always been either really good or really bad, and for some reason, like, this bubble cut Barbie was kind of fair. Now, honestly, I paid $40 for her. Like, I'll just be transparent. You can't really find them out in the wild for less than that. Like, majority of times, like, you'll find them maybe for $5, maybe, but that's pretty rare. So even for that, I know she's going to clean up and look really pretty, and I have a lot of confidence in my repainting skills, so we're going to have her fabulous in no time. I have Talking Ken. My friend actually bought me this doll just to see what he says, because I've never fully restored one before, so that will be very interesting. It does come with his original shirt, but he's missing his swim trunks, so that's whatever. I found this Barbie, and I wanted to give it to my niece because she's half Asian, and she doesn't have any Asian Barbies, and she actually did not like it at all, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it, because I think she's really pretty. Super gorgeous. And then I found this Mermaid 1991 Mermaid Barbie, and I do have her already, but she was at such a good price, and she's complete, and you can tell that she's never been played with. Her original rubber bands are still like in her hair, even the braid in the back. So I think her outfit's in better condition than the one's outfit that I have currently, so that's why I picked her up. So now we'll get into the in-box dolls. So we'll start with Teen Sweetheart Skipper. I absolutely adore this doll. She's so campy and looks so pretty. Like, you could see the prototype down there, like, as they were trying to develop the Skipper head, which is very cute. They remind me, like, this head right here reminds me of the Tyco Ariel doll in a way, the first edition. But yeah, she's super pretty, super cute. I can't wait to unbox her and do like a review. So I hope you guys are interested in that, because that will be at some point. We have Animal Lovin' Barbie. This is not my first Animal Lovin' Barbie. I actually had one a long time ago, but she had that pale face and was quite atrocious, so I got rid of her. But now I have another Animal Lovin' Barbie. She's super pretty. Now, I went crazy at this particular booth because, like, I found way too much. I was overstimulated, and usually I find things that speak to me at flea markets. I don't find things that have been on my list for years and years and years. Like, for instance, this Ken outfit. It spoke to me. It's not something I've been looking for forever, but these dolls right here are all dolls that I've been looking for forever. It was so bizarre, and it was such a great trip. But anyway, here's this Fashion Avenue Ken outfit. I have a big bulk lot of these Fashion Avenue outfits, and I'm just waiting to get like a certain number of them, and then I'll do like a Fashion Avenue review, and I think that would be a lot of fun. It's going to be depressing because you can see like how far the clothing quality has gone down in 20 years, but you know what? It's going to be so much fun to actually go through and then open some of these, because as I said before, my mom didn't really have a lot of money when I was a child, and we couldn't afford these Fashion Avenue outfits, as they were a lot more expensive than just your regular basic budget Barbie outfit or a Barbie clone outfit. So we normally had the Barbie clone outfits or the Barbie budget outfits, so we never really had Fashion Avenue. And this doll is special. Okay, I made a special trip back just to get her, and I about had a mini stroke because I couldn't find her at first, but then I did find her. And this is Braided Beauty Pocahontas. This is the Pocahontas from my childhood. This is the Pocahontas that I played with. It was my older cousin's doll that she gave to my Nana's house so that we all younger kids could play with it. And this was one of my favorite dolls. I loved her so much. I believe I loved her until her head fell off, if I remember correctly. But what I remember the most about her is obviously herself, and then that hair clip right there, the one with all the leaves. That is what I used a lot in my own hair and also in her hair, and I just relived and played the magic of the Pocahontas movie with this doll a lot. I just loved her. And it's so exciting to have one that's in the box and that is so pretty and I just can't wait to open it up. I think that it's absolutely fabulous, and I'm so happy to finally have this Pocahontas doll back in my life. It was one of those moments, like whenever I left her, I was kicking myself because I was like, why did I leave her? The one childhood doll that I remember loving so much, that I've been wanting forever, and I did not get her. It was one of those, you were overstimulated moments, you didn't have any room to carry things, like some of those justifications, but like, yeah, this doll, I'm so happy I finally got her. We have American Beauty Queen Barbie, and this is the made in Malaysia version. I have seen the made in China version a lot, but for some reason, the Malaysian Barbie faces, they speak more to me, and I think it's because they're a lot sweeter. The one in China has a smaller head with larger eyes, so I love her look. I don't know what it is. She's super fun. She's one of those dolls that I love, where they have the 3 looks in one, or the fashion pieces that change her look several times. I love the Barbies like this. I love the back of the box. It's so pretty. And she's in the color blue, which is my second favorite color. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here. Ooh, Dance Magic Ken. I've been waiting for this Ken because I actually have a Dance Magic Barbie in the box, and I've been waiting to have them both so that I can do a review on both. And I'm so happy with him. His face is so sweet. It's so cute. I love Kens from this era. I never had a Ken from this era until recently. I didn't really collect Kens that much, and Ken I wasn't really crazy for as a child. I never grabbed my Ken doll, never played with him really. So now I'm like kind of into Ken, and collecting some of his fashions and collecting some Kens. So this doll right here is very special. This is Pearl Beach Skipper. Okay, this is the first year that Teen Skipper came out, and they had a Pearl Beach theme for the Barbie Beach line that year, and that was the first Barbie I ever got for my birthday. It was Pearl Beach Barbie, and I also got her car. So I was playing with Pearl Beach Barbie a lot, taking her to creeks and stuff, and having a ball. But this is the Skipper that I remember growing up with. I don't remember this Skipper at all. We didn't have that one. I did play with these types of Skippers when my cousin gave over her old dolls, including the Pocahontas, to my Nana's house. So I did play with them. So they are special to me still, but this is the Skipper that I remember being on toy shelves that I really liked a lot. She's very pretty, this Skipper. I just recently started wanting this one. Yeah, because my favorite Skipper growing up was actually Pajama Fun Courtney, and that was my favorite one to play with. So the last find that I got was the California Dream Barbie hot dog stand. Now, this is a set I didn't even know I wanted. It was one of those things that appealed to me, especially the price for $20. I was like, oh, you can't go wrong, especially since it says it's complete. We'll see how complete it really is whenever we open it up eventually. But I do have the McDonald's playset from the 80s. I like to have a little playset that's like right up there with the holiday Barbies are right now. So that way it can look like my Barbies are like really living and, you know, out there playing and going shopping or eating or going on a date and stuff like that. Like, I think that's really fun to have that as like your little display and setup. But you can see like how much this doll playset was. It was $9.98. And on the back, you can see another picture of the hot dog playset. What's really funny and ironic, I don't really like hot dogs, like not even a little. I love McDonald's, so I knew I had to get that playset, but like hot dogs, meh, I'm not really a big fan, but I do like it the way it looks. It's so nostalgic to me. I used to like hot dogs. Don't really know why, like as an adult, I'm not really crazy about them. But yeah, I'm so excited to have this playset and to open it up and see what's inside. I love the product placement, like how they have like 7-Up and 7-Up and all of that. Like, I think that's really sweet. They also have like Frito-Lays over there and Lay's chips and all of that. That is so cute. I do want some of the California Dreaming Barbie dolls. I find bits and pieces of them, but I never find like full, complete dolls. So that would be something that I would like to be looking for in the future. But that is all that I have found, and I know I say that is all I found. I found so much, and I can't wait to open them all and review them all with you guys, and I hope you all love them just as much as I do. So here we have Mermaid Barbie after. She really was a quick little restoration, more like a wash up, to be honest with you. But she is in like new condition, and when I was boil washing her, because my other version actually has saran hair, this doll is all Kanekalon. All of it, I kind of burnt it, and then I was like, ah! I was freaking out, and then I was like, oh, it's just Kanekalon. And if you ever do boil wash Kanekalon and it does get a little bit too hot, the water, what you can do is actually run it immediately under cold water, and it will just shock it back to life. And if you gradually use like some warm water again that's more lukewarm instead of hot, then you will get it right back to where it needs to be. And then of course rinse with cold water, and that's how you revert that situation. But oh, she's so pretty. And when I was watching her, her hair was changing colors, and it was so cool. And since I already have her, like, I bought her honestly because I have a problem with saying no to getting these really cheap dolls that I would have loved as a kid. Like, they really speak to me. And since I'm so into the fantasy of it all, like, I was like, I can't leave her. She's so cute. She was my first pickup of that trip. Now I'm gonna show you the other version I have. Now this one is one that I've had for a while now. I got this from one of my friends. She and I are besties. She's like a second mom to me, and she gives me bags of Barbies that don't really appeal to her, and of course they always appeal to me because I love getting gifts and stuff like that, especially from people that I love. And yeah, look at them. They cannot be any more different. Now there's another variation of this doll that actually has really dark skin. This one right here. George Hamilton is jealous of that tan. And very pale blue fins and shells and stuff, and I am looking for her. I don't know why. I don't need her. Now I have two, but this is the saran version, and then this one is the Kanekalon version. Now with the saran version, the hair that actually changes color in here is also Kanekalon, so it's mixed. In the 90s and even in the 2000s, they were mixing saran and Kanekalon together to create different hair types and different hair textures and different hair colors. So you will find dolls out there that are partially saran, partially Kanekalon, or all saran, all Kanekalon. So it's really just like a mix. Again, like these were made, I believe that these were made in the same country too. This one looks like a China doll. China. And then this one also is what, China? Yep, China. So they're both made in the same factory, same time. This doll was honestly really popular when she came out. This was the first Barbie mermaid. This was probably their response to the Tyco Ariel doll, which was all the rage at that point, the Little Mermaid. So this was probably them like, hey, I want some of that money too. But I love them. They remind me of a time where I was really into mermaids as a child. I think all children, like from my era, were mainly into being mermaids in the pool and being mermaids in their bathtub and stuff. And these dolls really would have helped with that fantasy. But yeah, check them out. They're super cute, super lovely, and I'm happy to have another one in my collection. And here is the bubble cut Barbie. Didn't she turn out super well? Look at her. Do a little 360 so you can see her beautiful colored hair. She looks gorgeous now. Check her out. There we go. I put her in mood for music. It's a very lovely, cozy little outfit, and I think it looks really good on her. Now this doll I did purchase to restore, and I'm going to put her on my eBay shop, so stay tuned for that. If you are looking for a Titian bubble cut Barbie, maybe this one is the one for you. And yeah, she's super beautiful now, and I'm happy I was able to save her. I almost did not pick her up because I don't really need any more projects. But I decided I'm not going to leave her because she would just sit there and rot, and I would be the perfect person to restore her back to her former glory, so that way she can be enjoyed and treasured by a collector out there. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching my little flea market haul. I hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned next week for a new and exciting video. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.